other news that came out yesterday. Browns restructured Denzel Ward's contract, clearing $11.359 million in cap space. This is Mary Kay Cabot's the one that had this story first, so we're using this. It puts them under the cap by $3 million already with one restructuring. Having said that, you know, there are certainly others they can restructure. Who are some realistic free agent targets and candidates for the Browns, do you think?
I think the Browns will probably free up around like 55 to 60 million in cap space. Now, 30 of that they're probably going to use to roll over, so they have a budget of $30 million in cap hits, which means 1-year deal guys, they can go for a couple of those, and then maybe 1 or 2 long-term deal guys. I think Jordan Brooks, linebacker out of Seattle, is somebody that they're going to look at very strongly. You're going to have JOK attacking downhill, being near the line of scrimmage a lot. You need somebody to handle those kind of responsibilities when they have to go backwards towards the line of scrimmage. I think Jordan Brooks is a great fit to pair with JOK because he's more of a coverage linebacker and somebody who can kind of be that safety net for JOK, because we know that sometimes when he makes a bad decision, it's usually when he's in coverage, he takes a bad risk, and that ends up with the Jordan Brevin touchdown like we saw in the playoff game. Other guys, you know, I think DJ Reader's somebody they should look at, somebody who could penetrate 1 2-way goals that he's going to get, and I think he might be available on a pretty affordable number as well. We have to monitor what happens with Mike Williams and any other wide receiver that could be available. This is a good year to get the 30-year-old veteran, right? Like, there's so many good players in free agency this year. There's so many good young players, especially in free agency, coming off of their rookie deals, that this is a year where a guy like a DJ Reader could slide under the radar, or even somebody like Zadarius Smith could slide under the radar and get to the Browns at a much cheaper number than they anticipated, especially with the cap numbers going up. For those guys at the top of that conversation, the money's going to be a little crazy. But then once that money starts to run out, it's going to get tighter, and I think that's going to lead to some opportunities for the Cleveland Browns. So there's a ton of guys in free agency that year. That's just a few. But, yeah, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah, you read my mind. I was going to ask you about that, if you thought that would drive up the price of the lower ones. You think there's going to be that gap? You know, the higher ones get a bunch of money, and then it kind of goes to panic time, if you will.